I'm gonna enhance on this a bit. So that is the vertical laser. I should not be able to shoot upwards. Yep. I love the knockback. So if I shoot this switch, only the vertical one will turn off. Absolute cinema. First time. But it did not add the wall though, which is weird. Oh no, the wall doesn't have a sprite itself. It bounces, you see? Wow, these are birds. Welcome to Tuesday. When we're gonna... Oh, I can snooze this. Okay, snooze them. I don't have user script, so I will get that. Welcome to the Usagi Game Jam. I don't know, words. But welcome to the game making. We are making a game. So, from my side, I guess, because I have a sprite open, looks like. From my side, the progress is basically a few more RPCs till I have a complete typeset. Some miscellaneous stuff and some background stuff with like cheese and moonrock and like actual background code. Also, let me still tune down this a bit. I should be making a game, but I'm still configuring Linux. Yeah. Oh yeah, now playing is not working because I forgot to click a button. Where is it? There you go. There you go. Now it is working. Yet again, Wolf and Raven. We're gonna jam this for a few streams because I really enjoy their music. So I made a lot of art because we were talking about, and Fletch was talking about like making a better level loading system and like loading other levels after levels. So I was like, shit, let me give you more art. Then he sent me a very cool template technically, or basically, which is like all the... And I can even show it to you because just copy it into a sprite. Copy. I think this is the LDtk auto render menu based on the palette, I guess. So yeah, Fletch sent this over. I haven't worked on all of this because technically we don't need all of this. I mostly implemented this for the girders, and for the cave walls it is not even needed because due to how these are full blocks and like not a lot of details, you can just build every other combination with just these tiles. Yippee! And the other stuff is down here, which we're gonna work on today. It's probably hard to say, but it will make sense in a moment. Let me go to Usagi. Let me open this and this. Come on, Graham, please. There we go. And Fletch was busy basically refactoring how we do a lot of stuff. Somewhat on the code side, a lot on the code side. There he goes, the legend. Him has appeared. I think Fletch, hope you're having a lovely day. I hope your internet is better, or your Discord, I don't know. That we talked, the connection was very like sketchy, I guess is the term. Hope you're having a lovely day. Go to B. Menu. I think we saw these last. Or maybe not even. Hold on. So let me open Usagi. I don't believe we had a menu system last time. Oops. Usagi Dev. Which also made a game menu. I had to make a system to skip this intro, by the way. I'm watching it so much that it is not funny at this point. Enhance. 75 stream streak. Oh my god. Now it is coming from downwards. What the hell? We have a menu. Fletch made a menu, which is controllable with everything that you can imagine, basically, and you can connect to. I mean, that might be a lie, but like, your standard peripherals all work. You can like use keyboard, you can use joystick, you can use mouse. Not playing isolated? No. SSH to a server from work and is rejecting my connection. Not rejecting, but not accepting. So let me do my silly work. My IntelliJ crashed so hard today that I was trying to fix it for 2 hours. I'm not sure what happened. Eventually get it to work, but snooze this one as well. So we have a menu, and as you can see, there is like a little pop-up done on the corner. It's like how to play the game. That is what I have done. Where is it? Which is also responsive to like most controller stuff. I have my controller. So if I flick my controller, now it shows controller stuff. Yippee! And we can click on the game, and there is a game, and with a lot of new stuff to probably most of you. Look how many new things are on the screen. Wah! So, I'm not really sure where to begin this. I was getting tired of art, and I mentioned wanting to Fletch, that I might look into it, then got like a... Fletch basically taught me how to use LDtk, which we're gonna use a bit today. And then I got the... I'm not even sure what is the English phrase for it. There is a Hungarian phrase called Vérszemet kaptam, which... how do you translate that? I mean, if you like actually want to translate it, it's like, I got bloody eyes, but it's like a phrase for I could only focus that one thing and wanted to do that one thing. I'm not sure, but probably there is like some kind of bloodhound, or I don't know. Yeah, I mean, logged in is a bit different, but yeah. So I got the idea that, hey, what about trying to make levers work, because we do want to have levers. But look, we have laser walls. They are not animated yet because I cannot animate yet. And we have a lever that works. And Fletch, basically, I mean, I'm gonna show you guys and probably fail transcripting how good things are there. Let me show you. Where is LDtk? Oh, it is called cheese. I'm like, where is this? Blop, blop. So, for anyone who is not familiar with LDtk, Level Designer's Toolkit, hold on. Hoppa! Level Designer Toolkit. Did you hear that frog? It's weird. I didn't know there are frogs on like the 9th floor, but we are there. What the hell? I know, right? Frog on the 9th floor? What? That was a massive toad. So, LDtk is basically the most awesome feature-rich level editor that I've seen in my life. But also, at the same time, the UI is a mess. It is so confusing, and I'm a programmer, and I feel this thing. I just feel like lost all the time. So, I don't know, where is Usagi, so I can get rid of it. So, Fletch has done a lot of backend work here with setting up auto tiling systems, like generator system, for example. If you go to edit the rules, for example, he has set up a way where these crates that you can see up here are automatically placed on top of girder tiles if there is nothing over them by a certain amount of chance. So for example, if I would do I still don't fully understand. Oh yeah, here. I go to the level and set up categories as well. It's crazy. So these are like all auto tiling stuff. Look. And it tiled. Not fully correctly, but it tiles. And look how it just appeared. I draw a girder. Boom, boom. Blows my mind. I don't have to place everything by hand. What is this? And like that is existing for the backgrounds, not fully yet because I forgot to rebase. I'm a bad co-worker. But yeah, it's amazing. And like, hold on, I might be able to show it with the cheese as well. The cheese background. So I can just go pa 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 pa. And it found all the right tiles that is needed. Jesus, indeed Jesus. Which is like, I'm used to pico it. I'm used to placing things by hand or tiled. Nani? Indeed. This is cave wall. No? Background cave wall. Oopsies. Oh no, not even that. Because the background is a different layer, which is this background layer. And this is just like a fully automatically generated layer. I'm like trying to recall my training with Fletch, you know. It's like when the protagonist is having flashbacks to the training with the old Genkai. And if you know old Genkai, then you are goated. But I assume that is like 5% of my viewers. Flashbacks. I'm having the flashbacks. So I also LDtk is amazing. Dre is laughing in the background and I'm trying to not laugh on that. She really entertained herself with that joke. So what? It is also a really cool system in LDtk that you can create entities. Where you can set like size and what sprite it is and give them values, and this is just, I cannot even comprehend. And I think the best way I can explain this to you is, you see this lever here? I created a new entity and named it lever, and here I can define values for it. So I have a flipped value, which is like on or off, and I can just create an array which is like, hey, these are all the objects that it can pair to. I can set it into only specific entities, which are these laser top entities, and auto chain, which means that, hold on, if I place a lever in the wall, and now I click on a laser top, boom, automatically links it. And when I export it, the link is there in the export. What the fuck? My mind is getting blown every time. I'm a bit overplaying, but it is still... Oh. Like for example, my lasers are just still, they also have this active, and how many tiles that are below. This is not gonna work today, honestly, because they work, but Fletch brought up an idea which would make them better, so we're gonna work on that idea. And if I go back to code, Fletch made, I still cannot comprehend how he came up with all this stuff, but there is a really good level loading and entity handling and entity loading system, and I'm loving it, and it was a breeze to look through. So what we are doing is, hold on, so if you export a level from LDtk, it gives you this massive, basically JSON file with like all the stuff you have done in the level. For example, you can see all the walls, and if I scroll down, here's one of the mice, one of the mouse. Nice, I don't know. And here's my lever, where you can see that it has its own field values, where it is the objects paired. So this is where I can figure out who is paired to who. And we're gonna refactor this as well, by the way, because this holds the entity IDs. And if I come down later, there is my laser top, and it has the ID, the same ID. So this is how you know that they are linked. So if we go back to the level lure, this is the area where Fletch is processing all the entities based on like types. I guess identifier is the better word since it is here. So I just said, hey, if this identifier is laser top, and then just gather all the basic data that you have and set your values, because these field instance values are like a bit more embedded. You cannot just ask them like here, like for example width and height. And then I'm doing something very ugly. Don't look at this. This is like a triple embedded for where I'm. So once I have everything, we have everything ready in, I loop over all the levers. Inside all the levers, I loop over all the entity IDs inside the lever that it has. Then I loop over all the lasers and check if their IDs are equal to the laser ID and paste them into the lever. And I told this to Fletch, and he was like, "Oh, no." I mean, it was lovely and give a better idea of like using one array, and then I realized, you're right, and we already have an array because we are saving these two lasers. So that is my one array. And no, I want to change it. It's stupidly ugly. We should not do. I should not do stuff like that. And so here is the level update code. I'm not gonna pretend that I understand everything, but from what I've seen, we're moving the bullets here, and we have filter functions which interact with bump, right? Bump.lure. Yeah, like we have like 20 entities at max on the, like 2 levers and 2 lasers on the map. Whatever, but it will be still so much nicer that way. Yeah, so there is this word query point which I don't fully understand yet. I guess we can jump into here. No documentation. Thank you, bump.lure. Imagine giving documentation for your library. What I've seen though is Fletch iterated through this LAN and asked for the items that it also returns, and that is how you can like do stuff with it. I don't know. ON tripled. Which I still don't know how this LAN correlates to this I have no clue, and as we saw, lovely documentation. If you don't want to link to the bump documentation, just give me a shout. I mean, you cannot paste it here. If you send it on Discord, that would be lovely. But LAN is length, which is length of the collision array. Oh, so this is returning the whole, like every item that it collided with. Beeps can paste links. Can they? I don't know what I have set up. I don't even know if I have like VIP system on. I don't know, I forgot. But okay, so this returns all the collisions that happened. Oh, okay. I'm trying to see. Whisper, invite, bonds. I mean, once I figure out how to VIP someone, of course. Twitch, assign VIP. Not really sure if I have it set up in a way where VIPs can. There's a slash command though. VIP FletchMakes. There you go. Kinda. I was so aggressive, I'm sorry. There we go. Diamond! Yeah, I'm gonna have to work with all that. Oh no, diamonds I cannot modify, right? It is the sub badges that you can. Window capture, capitalism, space law, bump law, bump law. There you go. Why is okay? Why is there no documentation in the library file itself? By the way, world. Was it query? Querying the world. Return items that touch the given point. Yeah. Okay. Because I haven't looked at any documentation. I was just looking at Fletch's code. And that is how you know someone wrote a good code, that you don't know what this function does, but you still understand what is happening. So there is a code for this wall filter, and I just appended the wall filter with lasers, and if the laser is active, and that is what I needed basically for collision, except for one thing. If you are using bump in the future, everyone, if you ever get to there, you need to add stuff to your world, because that is how. Hold on, I might need to even add this, because if you don't add stuff to the world, they do not interact with anyone basically in the world. And I was staring at my code for 15 minutes and was like, why is this not working? Why? And then I looked down and I was like, oh, that is why. Remember YouTube, you need to add stuff to the world. Yeah, remember YouTube. It's funny how something, if something doesn't exist in the world, then it doesn't exist in the world. I mean, if you put it that way, then yeah. Then yeah. Makes sense. And I just created a level filter, and if the level is hit, I just loop through all the entities that are paired with the triple for loop into the lever. So what we can do here is basically get rid of all this, and I guess laser impairs lasers do. And I don't know. Hold on. Still need a double loop because technically this is an array. I mean, that is not a triple loop. So I don't think they. I think this is only one array. The connection itself. I don't think it is referenced both ways. Yeah, you see how inside this it is not referenced at all? The laser tops. But only here? I guess technically here as well. Not sure what is the difference between this value and this value. They might be even the same, because I think this entity ID is only level ID unique, maybe? We're looping through entities on lasers to laser table to laser IID. Oh, yeah. That's also smart. That is why you have a smart programmer in the chat, everyone. What we do is What is the IID? And IID equals. That's a top. And you're not liking it because. Because I'm missing one of these. Yeah, there you go. I need to find. I removed at some point the white space stuff. I think there is a setting in Gram to remove the white space. And I think I removed it because I wanted string formatting somewhere. It's done 5 years of programming before little game engines. I did the same. Okay, it's not 5 years, but don't need you. And bam. I forgot what I named it. Hold on. I don't need the paired. Oh, I need this, the entity IDs. So I can get rid of this. Yes. And paired entity IDs stay. That should be somewhere here. Where is it? Where is it? I need to remember lines. A little bit more. Where is it? Level filter. There we go. Paired entity IDs. Paired entity ID. Oh, hold on. How do I add stuff to... No. Hold on. F, thank you. Laser. How did I press something in the search menu? And in the code itself. I don't know. What is... What is your problem, you cunt? Or someone messed up deleting something. And I don't know what it was. This is correct. Off to therapy, let's go. Hope it will be successful. You have some, I don't know, good time how to say that. What did I mess up? There you go. Something somewhere there is weird. So paired entity IDs. Paired entity IDs and lasers. Paired entity ID dot is active, was not lasers. I know it. The first one is typed. Dot is active. In theory, that is all the change needed. Now we're gonna run this and I'm gonna be sad because I messed up something. Usagi Dev.
Hello there.
Welcome to the follow. Welcome to the follow. Thank you for the follow. We have anonymous follows on the channels, so if you feel like lurking, feel free to lurk. Otherwise, feel free to introduce yourself. I'm Echi. I make games, I play games, I rate games, mostly indie stuff and game jam stuff. And we are making a game for the Usagi Jam. Usagi. It's like a relatively new engine based on Lua. So if I hit this, it should bounce, yes. And if I hit the lever, the laser should turn off and the cheese should go through. No! Okay, I'm indexing something wrong, so this is not great. So when I'm adding stuff to it, why is this yet again weird? Ram, what is happening? Please. Oh! A lot of things happened. Why is Graham doing this? I don't understand it. It's not even reporting any errors. Why is the syntax highlight broken? That is very not great. And I minimized itself. What is happening? Don't see why anything would be problematic here. What in the quack is happening? Okay, git revert, I guess. So remove this. This is not needed. And I should probably do it here. So not table insert, but lasers. L.iid, right? What is the name of it? just ID. You can see the emote now. And I can also see it. I fixed it. We also have single emote big. So if you send only a single emote, it is very big. It is úristen very big. So let's get back to here. These paired entity IDs. One day I will remember it. Add entity ID. And lasers. Paired entity ID dot is. Active should be not lasers. Paired entity ID dot is active. Whoa! It still doesn't work in OBS, and I'm not sure why, because I have it enabled inside OBS, but it works on him. That's all. That is my Usagi. Usagi Dev. Pa, 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 pa. So once this works, we can I'm doing eye pairs, right? For still doesn't explain why this is not working though. So this is not eye pairs, just pairs. Because this is not index anymore. But I don't understand why is it not in the world. Because I'm still adding it to the world. Oh, this is eye pairs as well. Nope. They're not eye pairs. I also got my drill sprite rotation placement right, and I'm very proud of myself because this was very hard for me. Let's go. Let's go. Game dev stuff happening on a game dev stream. We love to see it. Why are you coming from below now? Oh, okay, so we have lasers drawing. They are the cheese is bouncing off. I can flip the switch and it goes through. Oh, it doesn't cool down. Yes. Like 1 second, something like this. A bit more than 1 second. So yeah, we have lasers. And the ask from Fletch was double-folded. One, she's gonna be a bit tougher. I have to look into that. One is that if we hit a laser, then immediately delete the cheese, just poof it. Two is horizontal ones. Because at the moment we only have vertical lasers. I do want to have horizontal one as well. So new ride, welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely day. I hope that is a soft E, not a hard one. And I pronounce it right. because you see how it is only vertical. We need to make this horizontal as well, because that would be lovely. That would open so much puzzle stuff for us. So at first, how are they doing the map style? No, we are using LDtk Level Designers Toolkit. No, this one. Fletch started using this one out of I don't know why. I haven't used it before, and neither have I. Hold on, let me send you the link if you're not familiar with it. We are using this tool, and it's really powerful. I just feel like the UI is way more confusing than it should be. And Fletch has set up auto tiling, and we are working on entities. So you can place entities and tie them together. I'm not sure if that is possible in tiled. I haven't got that deep into tiled. I just draw IMFs for it with it for like a few games of mine. The UI is quite confusing, yeah. What I like here is I can define a lever type entity, and then we can pair other entities to this into its own array, and that is why you see these connections. So now this lever connects to these two lasers both. If I remove one of the connections, it just won't connect to both, which is it's wild to me. It blew my mind. So what we will need is we're gonna come here, edit entity definition, and we're gonna add the new single value, a boolean, which is gonna be is vertical. Default state should be true. Display in editor, show is vertical above in like, I don't know, green. Always show. So see, now we have an is active and it is vertical, and like how many tiles big it is. I also want to modify this where you can show the range, things like this. This is more confusing, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I thought this might be better, but nope. And then I have to rename this to something, because laser type below is, I guess, not that good. We can probably just rename it to length, honestly. Well, let's see. So now I save this, and if we go back to gram, now if I come back to the export, see how this laser should have an is vertical value now? Yippee! So we can ask for it. So when we are loading this in, here, I can say local is vertical. I know that you can do this in one. I would love to do this in this way because to me it is more speakable, and if you want to modify the value it is more easy or easier. If you want to do some kind of numeration or modification on this. And this is not the first value in the export, but the third one. Place at top, because we're gonna need this basically immediately, now that I think about it, is vertical equals is a vertical, and what we're gonna have to play around now is the length If it is vertical, set the height. I don't know. Well, one of the spellings. If is vertical is vertical, then set the height as, set the width to this number. Width. What game are you working on? Daniel. So this width and height is the two values that are interacting with the world that are passed to a bump. That is why we have to set them. And the other place we will have to play with this is when we are drawing this whole thing, which is draw laser. Not sure yet how to refactor this. But also a sprite. And guess I can rotate this one and then use flips. So I don't need like twice the amount of sprites. Basically I can spare two sprites because I can just flip these to the other side. Making Moon Rescue, playing at least the tackle genre, making kicking my butt. Is that the retro inspired one with like the little UFO lander thing? I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. Yeah, bones. Yeah, okay. Remembered. Haha. Yeah. Okay, I need to look more into like the old school not old school, but like older than me games. Because I'm a 93 kid, so there are like plenty of systems before me. I guess this is the vertical one. So if oh, but there is a lot of SSPR here. So I would love to rename you to laser. Off. Okay. A bit thicker, but we can do it. So should these now up. Yeah, the render game looks really well, really interesting. I mean, every game there looks interesting. But I'm surprised by, honestly. And I would not think that for some reason. Is render is vertical. Is the fact that we have so many cheese games. So surprised by that. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that with the moon cheese, I'm not gonna say we are gonna be the only ones, but I'm surprised how many games are using the cheese things. Having fun with it? Let's go. That is what matters. This is the vertical. I need to flip this though. So you're gonna have to go EX. And I always forget the X with so many parameters, oh my god. I think this is almost the same. I just need a false flip X, a true flip Y. I kind of wish Graham highlighted which parameter I'm on, because I feel like one of the IDEs does that. Rotation is 0, tint is GFX, to right, alpha is 1. Okay, I missed one of them. Who am I missing? Destination. Oh yeah, I'm missing destination sizes. Ugh. 16, 16. There you go. How are you doing that pixel avatar thing? There is a pretty cool program called Video Tool there. So, 2. There. Listo. I assume this is what you're talking about by the pixel avatar thingy. But I'm using this tool for it. The older version, not the newer one. Because it is still in early access, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it is join early access here. I'm considering switching to another one down the line maybe, but so far it does everything that I want. And I'm not using half the features that you could do. You could do like emotes and such, but I would need shortcuts to like flip the sprite, switch to the sprite. Coding maybe some level design, that is also lovely stream time, honestly. We're gonna do that a lot on the weekend, I feel like. Just need a lot of our systems are not in place yet. So copy this and modify the value. So this is 128. 128. I need to modify this to 120. And I'm adding the modifier to the X direction. And I'm flipping on the X as well. So true, false, and here as well. This is 12, and this is the laser width. I think that's all. Right, I switch to I ought to. I switch the sprite. I switch to where I flip. Let's check. If you go back to LDtk, how about we try a whole new switch? So let's add this lever here, and then add a laser here, and you're not gonna be vertical, you're gonna be horizontal, and your length is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles. So 9. And also I need to place a wall there. There you go. Save this. That exports and does everything that we need. So if we restart, I can't wait for level. I love level design myself. Just miss a few more stuff. You have like everything in the game that you want. Oop, I'm gonna enhance on this a bit. So that is the vertical laser. I should not be able to shoot upwards. Yep. I love the knockback. So if I shoot this switch, only the vertical one will turn off. Absolute cinema. First time. But it did not add the wall though, which is weird. Oh no, the wall doesn't have a sprite itself. It bounces, you see? I forgot to layer level. Yes. Girder. There we go. Because it is auto tile. You don't see it. I forgot to draw the actual tile there. And now it will restart. I guess we could flip lasers as well, like colors maybe. And I also realized that you have no ways to know which one is connecting to which. Yeah, now that is the girder. How to solve that though nicely is the question. Hi, hello from Mastodon. Hi, hello from Twitch. Good hey, Nick. Welcome. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We're working Usagi Game, and adding lasers to our puzzle shoot bouncer game, where you need to flip switches first before you can shoot through them. This is what I'm working on. It's like a small addition. The jam is still somewhat in the early days. It is like the 5th day, I think. It is going to next week. Monday? I forgot. Monday or Tuesday.
Hello there.
So we have the time. Thank you for the follow. We have anonymous follows on the chat, on the stream. If you feel like lurking, feel free lurking. But if not, feel free to introduce yourself. Thank you for jumping to the Nerd Cave.
Hello there.
I make retro games, I play retro games, I do game jams. Not just retro, indie stuff. Like I browse each, I do Pico 8, I do Love 2D, I do Steam demo games. Stuff, I guess. Welcome. So I'm still not sure how I could neatly visualize the connection between let's do, hold on, we don't have a flipped lever icon. That is the Usagi, this is LDtk, this is a sprite. We don't have a flipped icon for the lever. I'm just gonna do loop. There we go. Flipped. Beat Brain Dev, welcome. Hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. Tuesday. Or time zone, I guess, because if you live on the far east side, it might be Wednesday for you. Right? Yeah. Aussie friends are already living in the Wednesdays. I remember when I worked with an Aussie teammate. They were amazing. It just took 3 days for every... Not 3, it was like 2, right? Because I write on Tuesday, they see that on Wednesday and write back to me, which I see on either Wednesday late night or on Thursday. So it was... The communication was a pain. But they were chill. Oh, I love this track. How about we switch the color for now for the vertical lasers? Could I switch the colors for... Could I match the color of the laser to the color of the lever? Problem is, I don't think you can tint just one thing, one color. You tint the whole sprite. Back to a sprite. So if I think the whole thing, it is gonna look ugly. But we could maybe do like a white square somewhere. And we can place that white square on the lever and on the base of the laser, like the same color. That might work. Because I would love the level to be as... I guess then you don't have... Maybe lines would be better. Then I feel like it would be too busy. Oh, let's try these squares first, okay? Okay. So let's come back down and we are doing our levers. And we would need a local color array for lever and laser pairs. That's a very long name, but it is descriptive. And let's pick a few from the palette. So let's go palette, some kind of green. Let's go palette, some kind of blue, and let's go RGB. So palette, one of the reds. Do we have no reds? Yes, cherry. This is one of my darker red colors that I added. Oh, but this would... Now yet again need my color. That's an index. I mean, that is only one loop. I guess two, because I'm looping over every lever. Send the ID into global. Possible, but honestly that might be the best idea. So like color pairing for color connection connection color indexes in the C's, I guess, right? Table, blah, 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 table. And I mean, this would fail at more than 3 levels for now, but bear with me. So when a lever happens, what we're gonna do is local color equals table dot remove do we have helpers here? Helpers. We don't have helpers here, right? I mean, I guess we can do math.random. It's table, right? First, so it is this stupid long name. Then math random one length of color array lever dot color equals color. Higher width. Because here's when I'm reading in all the IDs. And what we're gonna do is connection. Is it like, oh, it's data dot connection color table. And entity ID paired with lever equals 4. Guess I could do color like this way. Probably more readable. One thing I will need though is can I access entity data inside here? How does this go? Entity, it is local, so no. Then connection color table equals entity data color table. And now if you go up here, not here, when we are drawing stuff, draw lever, draw indicator, oh, this needs to be an EX, right? Because I want to tint it. And then it is immediately different, so I need the values from the sprite table. So 95 to 08 and 95 to 08, 16 16 SX SX 16 16. What am I missing? Flips. False, false. I think it is rotation, right? Then goes detain. So we're gonna go as dot color. Then it is alpha. So this is for the lever. Now comes the laser. The laser. Firing my laser. And this is gonna stay the same for the vertical one. What we're gonna do though is laser. It is not as dot color, but correction color table laser dot id dot color. And do the same for the horizontal one. But since the horizontal one is in the left side, I want to flip it horizontally, so true. Also, let's use the colors for the laser itself. And hopefully, I didn't mess up anything. I might have. My brain is getting tired at this point, getting close to 9 PM. There's a Sarum, index no field. Okay. I guess this is technically a null value, so you might need be like initiate with an empty. Sure, I don't care. Get rid of this. Go up here. How is that matching? You can't. I guess I'm not setting it to a case sensitive. My brain is also kind of tired, but not too bad. I mean, I still can, but it's not the same. Need to compile ASprite because that is what I used before in my previous Windows builds. Won't work on Linux. Let's go. Sprite the goat. Oh, it's working! Look, green. That needs to be way bigger though. Green, a little corner bullshit, and green laser. Red corner, red laser. Let's go. This needs to be way bigger though. So let's do like a 3x3 might be too much, but I should use. We don't have white here on the palette. Oh yeah, that is much more. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. That is much more noticeable, I feel like. My brain turned to cheese 2 hours ago. Best I can do is watch someone else. Maybe just make the handle be the color. So the problem with that is for that you would need to either draw a rectangle based on which state it is. Because you cannot just tint. Or I guess you can tint, but the whole sprite would be tinted. I mean, I guess I could pixel set, but if I remember correctly, pixel get and pixel set can be very, like on the spreadsheet itself, can be very expensive on web. I probably could use like a bigger base for both of these and the less space that they are taking up. So up there it goes. Back to Graham. But it do be like that. I watch a few GameDev streams myself that I enjoy. Sometimes brain be tired. Oh wait, I was just here. This can be like, I think this, I could lower this one like 14, I guess. And I'll set it to 4. Also 14. Also 14. Oh no, this needs to be 16. I'm bad. This is the actual sprite placement for the other side. The rectangle itself can be 14. Maybe better even. Oh, I could have just swapped. Whatever. Maybe just... Yeah. I read that. Ideally, that would be the case. I might look into that one. So let's throw a bigger base as well in a sprite, and then we can tinker with the numbers. I'm not sure I should like a laser emitter look, because I don't think many of us have experiences with laser emitters. Sci-fi space cheese laser emitters. Probably something like that is enough. Control V and rotate the other way. Make it look like a laser emitter, no? What are you doing, Mr. Streamer? Just make it look like the thing it should look like. Oh yeah, this won't reach here. Okay. I guess that is why I used the minus something solution. Minus 8. That would be too much. Probably. But also... which am I looking at? The bottom part of the vertical laser. That feels correct, so the top part needs to come up at least one more. So I guess this is +1 and minus 7, right? Because I'm offsetting the whole thing by 1. Why are you still not there? Oh. Did I not? Also, how many submissions do you expect the jam to have? Because it's got like 180 participants. I have no clue, honestly. Because even for... Oh, I'm moving the wrong direction. Duh. +2. I don't know. Not sure. PPG had also a joiner. Quite a few joiners, right? Like 70 something. That doesn't show anymore. 20. No. I have no clue how many people will join. Well, not join. Like, joining is one thing. Making a game is another. This can be free. This is like -3 then, I guess, right? What I'm expecting though is I'm not gonna be able to play all the games. Till I can reach like 1/3. Yeah, something like that. It's gonna be like -6 even. Let's look at the vertical one. I also feel like if you're joining a jam about niche engine, you're gonna have a higher chance to submit. Yeah, probably. Or you are someone who just was interested in the engine itself and then realized it was not fully for you. That also could happen. Plus 3 here, minus 6 here. Like me, but I'm still making the game. Yeah, but some people won't finish their game. They're gonna be like, this is not really for me, and just abandon what they have done. What I do hope though is that everyone will submit a web build, because if not, I'm gonna be angry. You can export a web. You cannot even just export, not a web builds. Like the export button does everything. Would be lovely to alpha these, but I'm not sure how you can alpha a rect fill. Like somehow vibrate them a bit. Web builds are one of the main fucking reasons to use Usagi. I mean, even Pico 8. And honestly, Love 2D. Love 2D is not that hard to export to web. There are some caveats, but honestly, I feel like you should have a web build for every engine. Is there like a rect fill EX in Usagi? Usagi engine. Oh wait, we can search in Gram. Let's go to Metal Usagi Rect Fill. Oh wait, there is a built-in alpha on rect fill. Oh yeah, this was just added, right? The built-in default alpha. It defaults to like a 1, right? And you can still modify it. You can do web builds in my engine, but that's because the engine doesn't have it. Fair, I guess. And like every major language should have some option to do some kind of web build at this point. Yeah, a little alpha. I'm not sure how I can play around with these a little bit more. Like we can flicker them, of course, that is always an option. I'm not sure if that is the right option. Cindy Usagi allows it 0.05 maybe? I don't know. It's like here the last one is. Instead of sending the alpha as 08, math sin Usagi elapsed plus 05. Wait, this is radians. I don't know how radians is gonna look at this. I could do web builds because I'm pretty sure Kotlin can run on the web, yeah. That is way too slow, Sunday. State.txt. Yep, that is too much. After making something in Kotlin, I remembered how good Kotlin is, and Kotlin is my favorite language. Kotlin is neat. I always forget how you speed this one though. That mouse has some serious eyebrows. Indeed. I guess we can flicker them from time to time. Hold on, that might be based on ticks. State ticks equals 40, 50, and 40. Not 0, but like 03. I like the eyebrows. It was such a good addition. I was not believing in it in first, but when the whole thing is moved, it is the little cartoony feel. The worst thing about Kotlin is that it runs on the freaking GVM. Oh yeah, the other way, my bad. Yep, the other way. And that is what you get for using Java, I guess. God damn it, Java, you're in Java. God damn it, JavaScript, you're in JavaScript. I don't like the one frame take of it, but you can do this in Lua. But we can do like a 10 frame to 80 frame stuff. Because I don't want to flash it very hard due to epilepsy stuff. I don't want to trigger anybody. I know this is like very... Why are you tinkering with values this early in the jam? I am that kind of guy. I added a lerping in input prompt 2 days into the jam. That's the kind of guy I am. Jad, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Boot up Albion. I'm coming soon. Yeah, I like that. It's like flashing a bit. Not too much, but not too frequently, I feel like. And you can turn off the blue. You can turn off the red. That mice is fed. Oh, no. Oh, come on. No. I added a laser, and now the map is much harder. Oh, it triggered the blue one. There you go! Yeah! Game done. You can go home. Bye-bye. I mean, I'm joking, but that is our only level at the moment. But yeah, we have vertical layers, but what the hell? That was quicker than I imagined. I wanted to do one more thing, but I totally forgot what that was. Need more levels? Yeah, we need more levels, but we have at least 2 more other like cheese behavior modifying blocks, I guess. Need more eyebrows. We need to add a grumpy, because I cannot a lot more mice. I have the sprite space. I cannot like a very angry eyebrowed mouse. Also, I love how Fletch made it that they sometimes just turn around, just vibing and dancing to the music as well. We need to figure out this bug as well, like the cheese on top of the shelf. Geographical fantastic, very pleasing. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed. We need particle effects and more particle. Oh, the driller also has the cheese particles. Oh, I guess we are not searching for a type yet. Yeah. Oh yeah, this kind of like fine tuning is mostly a thing you should do at the somewhat end of the jam. I feel like you should the game mechanics first. Like have your core gameplay up and then you can refine everything. I'm just weird. I set my eyes on something and I make it. Whoa. Up there you go. I don't like how ugly this is though, but what can I do about it? Fletch asked for vertical lasers, I gave him vertical lasers. I'm not sure if I can merge it though myself in the conflict on the branches. Might be like a higher maintainer. Yeah. This will be probably like an off-stream stuff, because I need to figure out if I can merge Fletch change that he made inside LDtk. I'm not sure how it is gonna respond to me modifying stuff inside and Fletch modifying stuff inside the settings. It might be a bit trickier to resolve. Oh yeah, let me restart so I can grab a GIF for Fletch, and then we will probably close off. It's unusual 2 hours. I guess it was now 1.5, but where they got long a bit. So we have the little flashing. Oh yeah, the vertical one is not flashing yet, but whatever. So I can show this one here. I can show that one there. Boom. That's F9, so Fletch has a gift to look at. I can send him the file. And does it show? Doesn't show the vertical one, so boom, 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 F9. There you go. Did I not press F9? How did that happen? surely press F9 there. Layers, am I right? Why is it not? Is the buffer stuck? What happened here? Not sure what is happening. Let the cheese disappear. I mean, I cannot mash F9 harder than this. There you go. Vertical ones and a little more pairing indicator, you know, more bob. Don't forget to add a small flicker to the other one as well. That's the indicator. Oopsies. But yeah, that will be all from me for today. Depending on how progress is, I might do a stream tomorrow as well, but usually our stream days are Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. But during jam time it is always very close. If I have some time and depending, because I'm now not working alone, I usually work alone. Depending on how Fletch also is working and what he can work on and what he can finish, we might come out tomorrow as well and do some stuff. I don't know what yet. We will have to see about that. But I will thank everyone who tuned in to the stream today. Hope you had a lovely time. Hope you have a nice rest of your day. Take care of yourself. See you on Thursday. And bye bye.